morning and welcome back to WKNI TV 25. We have a beautiful young lady sitting next to me this morning. It is not my wife.
No.
No, but you're a good friend.
That is right, a very good friend.
Yes, you're a wonderful person, and we're so proud to have you on. And we talk about you all the time, and you've been around this area forever and ever and ever. And what we have here is Miss Joanne Armstrong from Professional Hearing Aid, located on River Falls Street. And did I say it right?
That's correct.
Okay. Huh?
That's correct. How long have I been there?
30 years.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on just a second.
That is right. Been here for 30 years. Don't be sticking your keys in your canal. You'll be ruptured something you don't want to rupture.
Is that not a good thing to do?
That's not good to do.
Okay.
You know that.
Well, but it feels... Oh, boy, you just about drove that into home plate right there. Whoa. Huh? Boy, there went that eardrum. Uh-huh.
That's how you drum up business.
Oh, that's wrong.
He didn't have it stuck in there. Ed.
Boy, she... Bam! And it went... This thing went like that, right through the eardrum.
Yeah, I hear you.
Am I bleeding?
I hear you.
Huh?
I hear you.
Huh?
I hear you joking.
Huh?
You got that big old smile on your face. You're carrying on.
That's
You're
pain.
big. You're
That's
big.
pain.
You're big.
She drove my eardrum out. Here's what I do.
He takes his end of his eyeglasses and scratches down there and see if he can get anything out. And he does the other side, which that could do damage.
Hadn't yet.
Let's hope it never does.
Huh?
Hope it never does.
Huh?
You heard what I said.
Here's my favorite one.
A paper clip.
Uh-huh.
Now.
See, it's got rounded edges.
But you don't know how deep you're going down in there, so if you go...
I do. If I stick it in that deep, it's that deep. If I stick it in that deep, it's that deep.
You're still not supposed to put anything in the canal. No bigger than your thumb.
No bigger than your thumb. It won't fit.
Well, you don't... That's the point. It don't fit. You have to go get it out with something... medical device.
What were you going to...
Q-tips?
How about Q-tips? I love
No.
Q-tips.
Q-tips will push it further down in there. The best thing is to wash it out with a baby syringe and keep it washed out and cleaned out.
But then I got this ocean in my head.
1 drop of alcohol and 1 drop of vinegar will dry it out.
And you thought you just had a few things to say.
Well, that's some of the hints that you have
How
to
about
take.
blowing my nose?
Believe it or not,
It's important.
if you blow your nose too hard, you can actually blow out the canal and the eardrum. You can just blow so hard that you'll rupture every bit of that inside.
And you hear this popping sound, and you get all lightheaded and dizzy, and boop.
And then you have to go to the doctor and let him give you a checkup and be sure that there's no permanently damaged there.
I had a sinus attack so bad one time. This is back when I was in the military. And we have, back then, I don't know what they have today, but I'll ask my son, but we had the open bay type restrooms. And I went in there and I grabbed some toilet paper, and I was just so tired of the nose. And I blew so hard. I mean, I blew hard, and I heard a pop. And the next thing I know, everything started spinning. I fell right on the floor. I was like a fish out of water. And some guy came in, and he says, "Are you all right, Sarge?" And I'm like, "Where am I?" And I'm, it was crazy. And that was, what did they say, vertigo?
Vertigo.
Yeah, I couldn't stand up. They had to call an ambulance. And I got there, and by the time I got to the hospital, the ambulance ride scared me so bad I could sit up straight. But, you never ride in one of them military ambulances. Oh, boy. No, you don't.
Don't never sneeze. Do not hold a sneeze. If you hold
Have you ever seen Teresa sneeze?
No.
She goes,
If you got a sneeze, do not hold it. Get someone to slap you in the back or do something to make you sneeze, because holding back a sneeze can bust the whole nose and brain and bust out the eardrum. I did not know that until I went to a school. And I got slapped, and it was slapped hard, and I was wondering why I got slapped.
Well, Sheriff Meeks, it is not domestic violence. It's been clarified by a professional. I can smack her on the back now.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you, Joanne. You have
Yep.
really made some headway here with us on this.
Well, let's just think.
I was just trying to help her.
I was just trying to keep her from blowing her eardrum up. I can see Judge McCatherine now going, sure, Eddie. Yeah, 90 days.
Now, you're not supposed to knock her out. Just one good
You
bump.
didn't
Make her
say that
sit.
now. You just said smack her on the back.
Right. If I really and truly, when that doctor hit me right in the back, it scared me. And then I did sneeze, and I turned around and said, "Why did you hit me so hard?" And he said, "To make you sneeze. If I had not made you sneeze, you could have busted every membrane in your nose sinuses."
See, and you wonder why you get nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it.
Boy, Ron,
I can take care of it.
anytime she goes to sneeze over there, you know what to do.
Well, you know.
That's right. Good answer. Well, let's get serious now. We got some pretty interesting stuff coming along.
Yeah.
But hold on. Not,
Yeah, we
it's
do.
my show. Just hold on just a second.
Well,
okay?
we do. I'm agreeing with you.
I'll walk you into this, okay? Just
Quit being
hush.
hard-headed.
Lordy, Lordy.
He's lost from words now.
No, I'm not. Believe me, that'll never happen. There was only one guy that came on here and done that to me, and his name is Ted Watson, and I'm still trying to figure that one out. That interview went to in a handbasket.
He came in here with a plan.
He did. Did you see that interview? You need to go online and look at it. That man totally had me go up like that. He did. You know who he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He can sing, too.
Yeah.
Would you smack him on the back if he held a sneeze in? Not
Yep.
me. Oh, no, he big. He's a big guy.
Hmm.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get some information about you. Okay? Your name is Joanne Armstrong,
Yep. Joanne Armstrong.
and you're single.
I'm single. Live in Covington County.
Mm-hmm.
Have my business in Andalusia.
What's your phone number so the boys can call you?
The office number is 334-222-7273. And you'll have to talk to Patty to get through to me.
But you're available.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What kind of dinner do you like?
I'll eat anything.
If somebody called you up and said, I'd like to take you to dinner, what would you like? A nice romantic Italian dinner?
That would be good. But
Okay. All right, guys. Her phone number is?
334-222-7273.
How come you got to read it off the card?
I'm not reading. I'm looking at this to help us out.
Oh, help us out? Boy, we need a lot of help, don't we? All right. You've been in this business for how long?
34 years.
34, and you've been at the same location for 30?
34 years.
34 or 30?
Been in the same
Oh,
location.
wait, no. You've been with us for 34 years. Or, you've been with us for 4 years, so that's where the 30 years comes in. So we need to change that ad, people, because it says 30 years on the ad. Oh, over 30 years? Okay, we're safe. But anyhow, hearing is a big problem for a lot of folks, right?
Right.
And it can actually cause domestic violence.
It can, yeah. It can,
I'm being serious. I mean,
it can cause domestic violence, but also it can cause a lot of more problems. We now have figured out that it is associated with Alzheimer's.
wow, didn't know that.
Didn't know it either. I'm still reading up on it, trying to learn a little bit more what they're saying. So I'm still reading on that. Well, that'll have to be something we can discuss later, but yeah.
Wow, that's serious stuff. But no, seriously, people, they don't want to admit a weakness, okay? And hearing is a loss is a weakness, and as is visual, okay? And there's a lot of medical things as well as non-medical things that create the ear to be sensitive to things. When I say non-medical, you saw me playing around with the key and sports and people getting in fights or hand slapping somebody in the ear.
Never let somebody slap you over the head because they can totally damage to the nerve endings.
Well, I knew a boy that got smacked with an open hand on the ear, and when that happened, it was bleeding, okay, right afterwards. He lost hearing in that ear. He was just maybe 14, 15 at the time. So
That's why blows to the head is very dangerous because it is to our hearing. the cochlear is back there, and any blow to the cochlear where our hearing, our nerve endings are, any damage to that, we could lose every bit of our hearing.
Have you seen that thing they advertise on TV for what, $10.99 or something like that?
It does not work. I have one at the office. I got it, wanted to see, so I had a patient of mine to come down and let me see. It does not suck it out, does not
I was
clean
going
it.
to say, how can you suck out something without blowing up an eardrum?
It just don't. It'll suck up dirt,
Right.
but it won't get up the wax debris or anything like that.
Because it's stuck inside the ear. So you
it's
still
not
have
good.
to use a solution.
Yeah, it's not good. I've used it 2 or 3 times trying to see. It just does not
Don't
work.
waste your money.
Yeah, don't waste your money.
Now, what's the best stuff to break up the stuff in your ear?
Well,
She's
D-Bronx
got a
is
plan
some.
over here. She keeps trying to get, but I'm keeping her going. Okay, go ahead.
D-Bronx is one stuff. Peroxide.
Peroxide?
Uh,
That's bubbles.
oh,
Really? I would
yeah.
figure that would just bubble your brain out or
Pour
something.
that in there and let it soak for just a little bit, and then drain it out to a towel or something.
And then take your syringe with some warm water and just flush it out, and it'll wash
See,
it
I
out.
always hate water in my ear. I remember as a kid that happened in his.
Well, it does what it's supposed to do.
What, make it sound like the ocean?
Yeah, because it's working the fragments down inside the canal area. It's working it loose. So when you take the warm water to flush all that debris out, it cleans it out. Then after you clean it out, just wipe it out, with your towel to
With
get
your
the
key?
No, with your towel, and then take a little
Q-tip.
bit of alcohol or a little bit of apple vinegar. Take just a little bit, 1 drop, and that will get down in there and help dry out the alcohol.
Wow.
The water.
This is important stuff. Okay, now, what can somebody do if they've got a real bad sinus cold, their ears are stopped up, okay? What can they do to relieve the pressure? There's a tube.
The eustachian tube has to open. There's just not hardly any way except if you take a deep breath and see if that does it. If it does not, then you need to go to the doctor and get him to give you some medication to help clear it up.
Now, there's a popular thing going on, and I say popular because I never heard about it happening before as frequently as it does nowadays, and that's children having the tubes put in their ears.
Right.
I think that, I don't know, it sounds...
That tube is to let the fluid drain out, and when the cochlear and all the inside of that, all of the infections get out of there, that tube will pop out, and it will heal up, but you'll always have a scar on the
so it's
eardrum.
not there.
Permanently, no.
Okay.
It's just to help the infection get out of the way. And then
I didn't know that.
then it clears, then most of the time it'll clear up. And
Okay.
if it don't, the doctor can fix it.
Right. But it permanently scars the eardrum.
Yeah, it will permanently scar the eardrum.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called around here a commercial break.
Oh, okay, really?
All right. Yeah, we got to.
Okay.
Carlton's over there getting all worked up. You see him panting back and forth.
Yeah, I see him painting back and forth,
Yeah.
going back and forth, wiggling his head, doing his
Yeah.
shoulders motions. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, come on, let's go ahead. But you have something to do while you're sitting over there. You watch the show.
I can watch your show.
Do you watch it?
Yes, I watch your show.
So you know what your job is next.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
Right. Keep my eyes open and watch your
No.
TV show every morning.
No, she doesn't watch the show, folks. She just messed up. I busted her live on TV.
I
Yeah.
do too watch you every morning.
What does Teresa say before we go to commercial break?
Now, I'm not good at remembering things, and you know that.
Huh?
I don't know what she says
Huh?
when she goes to it.
What's your name? Keep it real.
Keep it real.
That's what you're supposed to say.
Keep it real.
Keep God in it. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Keep
We
it
love
real.
Joanne. We do. Now remember that. Can you remember that to the next commercial break?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Keep
right.
it real.
Keep it real. You want a pen to write it down? We'll be right back right after this. I'm going to get hit in the back. You watch. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back to WKNI TV 25. We have a guest this morning, Joanne Armstrong from Professional Hearing Aid. That's that commercial that people say, hey, can't hear you. Well, I'll tell you what, people sit there and go, man, that gets my attention all the time. If they can hear that, they don't need to see you, though.
If they hear you, it's like, yeah, they wouldn't have to have a hearing aid to hear you. It's these soft-spoken women and some soft-spoken men that they have trouble understanding what they're saying. But when we speak clear and straight at them, they'll understand better.
Well, I put something together while we were at commercial break. Folks, if you didn't see it before, I had this going like this. She smacked my arm, and this went that deep into my ear, okay? And I heard my eardrum go like that. And then she said, I didn't hit you, I didn't hit you. Then she tells me, don't hold back a sneeze, that if you hit somebody in the back,
It'll make them go ahead and sneeze.
make them go ahead and sneeze because they can rupture blood vessels and stuff. So this woman is of violence. You hit people.
I don't hit people.
You're advising people to hit people.
Well, you don't knock them or hurt them very, very bad. You know when someone's in trouble. If someone was choking on food, what would you do?
I got to talk to your son.
Oh, you don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, he tell me the truth that you beat the crud out of him, I bet.
Somebody asked him that, said, Travis, how many times have you got a whooping? He said, I got one whooping when I was little, and that's because I tried to tear up my brand new boots my mother bought me.
He's a good kid.
Yes, my son's a very good kid.
Yes, he is. And we love the world. He's got a beautiful wife. Yeah.
Yes, I have a beautiful daughter-in-law. Both of them are very special.
Yeah.
But I have more than just my son and my daughter-in-law. I got a bunch more out there.
Oh, I know.
Mine.
You got Patty. You've got Amy. You've got
Blazing
Blaze. Yeah.
and Tristan.
Tristan.
And I got Autumn.
Autumn.
And then Maggie
Maggie.
and Clayton.
Clayton.
All those little kids right there.
Eddie.
Yeah, I got Eddie
Teresa.
and Teresa.
Carlton. You know him by another name.
I don't call him that. He is Ron.
That's a stage name, Joanne.
We don't let nobody know his real name. No.
What is yours?
Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie. Yep. Edward.
Wow, Lord, no wonder Travis stays in trouble most of the time. He's got your name.
Was it Edward Travis?
No, it's Travis Edward.
Oh, no, he's backwards. See, that was
See, it's T-E-A-T.
yeah. Mine's Edward Joseph.
That's pretty.
Yep. Yeah, I was raised as a Catholic. Edward was my great-great-great-grandfather.
Where did the Joseph come from?
Joseph from the Bible.
My daddy's name was Joseph.
What was it? There you go. See now?
And
There.
you know, my name is supposed to have been Joe.
Well, gee, I heard about this stuff and them sexual operations and all that, but what happened, Joe?
My daddy said when he got disappointed, he just said, well, I'm still going to name her Joanne. And it didn't work out his way. He wanted a boy, but it didn't happen. The Lord gave him another little girl.
Well, anyway, we're going to go on here. We got some stuff. Now, we were talking about cleaning your ears out, and a question came up. How often should we clean our ears? Every time we shower?
I will say every time you shower, but if you don't, use something once a month to flush that wax out to keep the buildup. Because if wax gets built up down in the canal area, it can get so hard. When you do actually go to the doctor, he has to put solution in there to soften it up, and he may even pull out the eardrum. It is very important that you try to keep wax out of the canal. Some people have no wax, some people have mild wax, some people are severe wax.
How come my ears are hurting right now? I mean, just talking about the eardrum, my ears just started hurting.
Fluid, sinus, because you do sound like you have a little bit of cold.
Do I sound nasal?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's every day.
She's making fun of me. I don't make fun of her.
I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah.
Your voice sounds good, but you sound a little like you're getting a little puny.
I'm not puny. You calling me puny? Why'd you look at my belly when I said I'm not puny?
I looked at your face,
You
look
did
at
not.
your
You looked
eyes.
down like that at my belly.
Ed, don't
So
tell
you call me
stories.
fat too?
No, you're not fat.
Where'd we
Listen,
get
Ed,
these guests? Golly. Another Ted Watson. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You asked me a question. I told
All right.
you the answers.
Professional hearing aid. We're almost up for another commercial break. We haven't done nothing. Tell us a little bit about, you done that stuff with my ears when we done that interview and all.
Right.
And that was kind of cool because, you know, you could tell what I could hear and couldn't hear. And I actually had a hearing issue, but it wasn't drastic, but I had a hearing loss.
Yes, you had a hearing loss, but not ready to be fitted with a hearing aid.
Huh?
Was not ready to be with a hearing aid. But later on, once a year, you should come in and have your hearing checked.
It's been a year, so I need to come on.
So we need to check and look at it and see if there's any changes in your chart. And if there is, go from there and decide. There's always medical problems that can cause hearing loss, so everybody should have a hearing test once a year.
Well, if you're exposed, I was exposed to sirens and jet engines in my life, and that's kind of the worst things in the world to be around, I guess, you know, loud noises continuously.
That will do a lot of hearing loss and a lot of damage to the high frequencies, which we are not aware of how much damage it's doing to us until it gets so bad. Well, I'm just not understanding Barbara over there. I can understand Sam, but I can't even understand Barbara because the woman's voice is so much softer than a man's voice.
Well, speaking of loud noises and stuff, these kids driving around with these boom boxes in their cars, and you hear them all the way coming from town going boom, 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 boom. How's that for hearing?
In time, over time, it is going to cause a hearing loss. And it starts from the day they start listening to that music real loud bumming.
Bumming?
Bum, 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 bum. That
Bum, bum.
rapping
Do that
music.
again.
Bum, bum, bum. Those high-pitched sounds.
I may be getting some hearing problems myself. Every morning I come to work, it's starting at about 7:30. My left ear starts hurting.
You know why?
No? Why?
You see what he did, right? He took his headset off. That's okay, man. I ain't going to do it. But it's because I say good morning.
Real loud.
That's not real loud.
That's okay. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Joanne. Boy, we're glad to have you on today.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, tell us about some of this new exciting stuff that you got going on after this commercial break.
Okay, we can do that.
We're
We'll be
there.
right back. Keep it real.
Keep God in it. You're lucky Teresa's over there.
Yeah, I know it. Keep
Yeah.
it real and keep
Don't we
God
have an
in.
awesome God?
We have an awesome God.
Man, I'll tell you
I just
what.
don't agree with these gay marriages.
Oh, now, see? Okay.
We got to get on this talk. Me and you and him needs to sit down.
Let me tell you something.
They're taking the Bible out of it.
I can't comment as Eddie on WKNI right now because people sometimes don't separate the commentary with the TV station and it can get dicey, okay? But when we do this new talk show, you will hear Eddie's opinion about gay marriages.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
I will be glad to
I worked
listen
at a
to it.
local radio station when I first started in radio here. I
Uh-huh.
can't mention the call letters over there on River Falls Street. But anyway, the gentleman that owned it fired me over the phone because I got vocal about gays.
I'll ask you if when we're not
Yeah, when we're
on
on
air.
commercial break.
Yeah,
So,
let's go to a commercial break, then I'll
yeah.
ask
Are
you
you
the
ready?
question.
Ron?
Whatever you
Okay. Was that 5 minutes?
That was more than fine.
That was more than 5 minutes.
No.
So did it nullify the keep it real, keep God in it?
You probably should do it again.
Okay.
Keep it real.
Keep God in it. We'll be right back right after this. God bless you. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. Joanne Armstrong from Professional Can't Hear You Hearing Aids. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back to WKNI TV 25. And we have Miss Joanne Armstrong on. And we've covered a lot about hearing and ears and stuff.
We sure
We've had
have.
a little fun with it, but
Yeah.
you know, you guys come in, you professionals come in, and it's like, well, we do this, 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 and this, and if we let you in 2 minutes, you'd be done. Okay, but we can't let you do that. We got to have some fun, relax, and get a lot of information out. Did you expect to have all this information given out this morning?
No,
Okay, see, I'm good at what I do, aren't I?
you're very good.
Oh, I like her. That's my butt. Anyway, all right. Now you've got a lot of new stuff. Now Ron was telling me that your computer problems are pretty well taken care of over there.
Yeah.
She turned a little pale when I mentioned computer. As soon as I said that word computer, she got pale. Same thing that happens to me when he's around. Boom. You know, I've never had more hard drives, more power supplies crash. I think he does it for job security. What do you think?
No,
No? Oh, well, I tried.
no.
Anyway.
Have to take up for him.
Well,
I'm glad she's on my side.
yeah, not many people are, though.
If something's going to crash, it is going to crash, no matter who's standing around.
Okay. Anyway, since I've been corrected, tell us a little bit about a guide to better hearing.
Okay, we have just found out, and I signed up with True Hearing. They're located upstate, but what they do is if you have Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance, I am their provider, and I'm going to give you a 1-800 number, and you can call True Value and see if you are in their program or even if you're a provider. It is absolutely free for you to call and get the information, so be sure you call this number. It's 1-866-961-3150. They will see if you are a candidate, and if you are, they'll set you up an appointment with me. So far, they give us 5 or 6 hearing aid manufacturers to pick from. You don't have to go out of town to get the search. You can come straightly to me, and we do the hearing test, and then we send it off for the hearing aids, and it comes back to us. We do not collect any money for anything we do. True Value is the one that's carrying all of it. You get 2 to 3 years. The Guide to Better Hearing by True Hearing.
And how can people get that?
Just call 1-866-961-3151.
Is there a website?
Or visit online at www.truhearing.com.
TrueHearing.com.
And the ladies and gentlemen that works on that site, they are very good and they are very helpful.
Well, that helps.
Yes, it helps a lot of people if they have what you need, because they handle all the insurance claim, all insurance, everything is done through them. You pay directly. You give me the money. We do everything online. Hearing aids are ordered online. Custom hearing aids, I make the impressions, send them off to the lab, and they make them and bring them back. Right now, they're giving 5 packs of batteries.
Wow.
So they're good. To get the hearing aids at the price they're getting, you cannot go wrong. And I'm glad to be the one that they select to service this area, and I've been trying to take care of them, everyone that I have received so far. Good hearing is a good thing that happened to some low-income families.
Well, that's the next thing I was going to ask is, there are a lot of people out there that can't afford hearing aids and can't afford to go to the doctor or can't afford to come visit you, or a hearing specialist. I know what you're going to say, but hold on, okay? But what do you offer for people that have a financial issue?
Well, if you're if you're one person or 2 person and you're on a set income, you do not have the money to pay for hearing aids. I cannot get you the very best one out there, but I can get one that will fit your hearing loss. And then you can make payments by the month.
Well, and that's...
So there's no reason for someone not to have help with their hearing.
Basically, you'll help anybody out.
I'll help anybody out.
And you have. And we've heard some good stories from people out there in the community about you. And, we're proud to bring people on like you and Greg Holt, another gentleman that's doing some wonderful things here in the community. WKNI loves to seek you guys out because you have. I know there's an older couple that well, she's no longer here, but he talks about you a lot up there at Crispy Chick or whatever it's called, and I used to go up there and eat all the time, and he talks very well about you and how you took care of him and his wife over the years, and you know, it's good to have people that care about our community, care about the people in our community, and are from our community and have been here for 34 years in our community serving them, and not having somebody that just comes up from Pensacola, opens up a door and says, hey, I'm here. And I'm not mentioning nobody, but there's a couple of them around. Yeah, you can go down to you know, these high dollar, you know, quick in and out. I don't say quick in and out. You got to make an appointment. They're only here once a week. But you're there how many days a week?
I'm there here lately. I've been there every day of the week, but we're trying to go back to 3 days a week and half a day on Friday. Trying to just take Thursday off, be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We come in on Thursday if we need to, by appointments only, and then we come in and we work till 12 on Friday because my mother has got dementia, as everybody knows, and it's taken a toll on me and her, but I still love my patients, and I want to do the very best that I can for them, and I know now that there's programs out there that can help them with hearing aids, and if they cannot afford one, I'm not going to let the money stand in their way of hearing.
See, another special person coming on WKNI. We're so grateful. You got a piece of nice equipment there. Let's get that in and tell us about that.
Yes, we do. We have two companies, and I just picked up the one put out by, this is put out by Hazatone.
They can't see this, but anyway. Okay.
It is put out by Hazatone. This is the rechargeable box for rechargeable hearing aids. You can recharge the regular hearing aid, or you can recharge a BTE that just slides in there and clamps, and it stays in overnight, and it will charge it. A charger, the battery will charge up to 1 to 2 years. Could, you know, if you take care of it and bring it in and clean it. The difference in this and a full shell, we'll take this one. You can, as your hearing gets worse, well, they got this one where I cannot get it off, but you can turn it, if you need a longer receiver, you can replace the receiver and put something stronger on there. So you could get more use, you could wear this hearing aid up to 2 years, as long as this part right here is good and this right here. You might get 6 or 7 years out of that little hearing aid.
I was going to say, how long do hearing aids last?
I say 5 years. The box, as long as you keep it unplugged, it will last. But if there's coming up a real bad thunderstorm, unplug it, protect it.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do with anything that you value, or have a surge protector on it.
Now, they've come up with one just that little right there. They've come up with one by Oticon.
Not much bigger than a flea.
And then they come up with one like that.
Wow.
And that can be got in a rechargeable hearing aid.
That, folks, I don't know if you can see how small that is, but that, here's my pen. Okay, I don't have anything else to measure it with, but here's my keys. Okay, that's my keychain, or Teresa's keychain, I should say.
Also, one thing
She weightlifts with that.
One thing about these little hearing aids, all three of these, is that your microphone is up here. Your receiver is going down into the canal area. So everything is compact. They even say they've got them a little bit more waterproof. Don't mean to go jump in a lake and think that it's not going to do any damage, because it will. But they're a lot better than what they were 4 or 5 years ago. So it's easy to fit. It's comfortable. It's lightweight. As Ed can tell you, that's not heavy at all.
No, you can't even.
They're not as
bundlesome
as the full shell that fits down in the canal inside the coal. I didn't bring one of those, but I wished I had.
There's a hearing aid out here somewhere that's real small, so y'all watch your step.
Let's go back with our warranty. All manufacturers have a 2-year warranty, 1 year loss and damage. We have one company that gives us 3 years warranty, 2 years loss and damage. And they're all different prices. There's just depending on what type of hearing loss they have, what type of receiver they're going to need. There's such to get into it to fit in a hearing aid. You just have to know what you're doing and decide if you want a hearing aid, want more questions, come by the office, and I can help you look at them and help you decide. Also, if you have children, we can get swim molds and stuff like that.
When do children need to have their hearing tested?
At birth.
How can you do that?
Have the doctor to come in and set up a test with an audiology, and she can do a test on the child.
How does the child tell if you...
It's not, the child don't tell them, it's the electric impulses that they have on a machine that does that now.
Well, there you go. You can have your first test at birth.
Also, with the kids that do wear hearing aids, we have little, what they call little diapers for their hearing aids. That it covers it up and helps keep it clean. Even for adults, but it's just wonderful to have things out there that will protect the outside of our hearing aid to keep them clean, keep the moisture out of them.
It's fashion.
Yeah.
And, you know, it makes a hearing aid fashionable when you have, you know, if you got a pink dress on, you've got a pink cover on it. You got a blue shirt on, put a blue cover on it.
Yeah, and also we can get the hearing aid in leopard.
In leopard?
Yeah, you know, it's designed, it looks like a leopard. We got one that looks like a zebra horse. So we can, for children, we can add a lot more, which the adults are not being there.
We just watched Life with Pi last night. They're what? He's our official smart aleck over there. Okay, he's smart and he's aleck. It's Carlton the doorman, but we got to get out of here. Do you got something else?
No, we just come by the office and we'll show you all the different products that coming in, and we got some other things coming on at the office. Just drop in and see all the new stuff that we have in. It's come a long ways.
Do you want to say hi to Miss Patty?
Yeah, I'll tell Miss Patty hello. Hope she's up this morning and feeling better. Missed having her. It's at 913 River Falls Street in Andalusia, Alabama.
Can you tell? Can you tell?
Right.
What are you close to?
Okay, if you go down 84 like you're going to Bruton, go underneath the red light at J.C. Penney's, and where they're tearing up the road, take a right, and I'm the third building on the right. Take a left, and then 1, 2, 3, third building on the right.
Just across, down from J.C. Penney Mall.
Also right beside a Momo's Dress Shop.
Momo's Dress Shop, and not that far from Ophelia's Restaurant either.
Right.
Yep. And just not far from across the railroad tracks.
She's got a really nice, pretty sign out there, too.
Yeah, she a beautiful sign out there. I meant to tell you that was a nice sign you got. So.
Bright and yellow and red.
Yep. Was it yellow?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to miss that sign.
He's colorblind, so don't worry about him seeing what color it was. It's black and white, or gray, and
I can see most colors.
he gets better and better. Okay, every time I ask him or mention his colorblindness.
No, it's just red and green.
Okay, red and green. Okay, so that's what you tell the police officers, because blue is part of the green spectrum and red, obviously. So when they pull up behind you and turn their lights on, you can't see them.
Well, I can see the light. The light flashing.
Right. But to you, it could be a tow truck or anything. It could necessarily be a police officer.
The siren's hard to mistake, though.
Oh, well, maybe you need one of these.
I could.
Yeah. Joanne to the rescue. Joanne, thank you so much for coming on. We've enjoyed it. Hopefully we can get a message out. Don't want to be serious, dead serious about it, but it is serious.
Yes, it is serious.
It is serious.
Our hearing loss
Hearing
is
loss,
very serious.
You know, I years ago, back when I was on the fire department, they had me, you know, have you ever felt what a blind person would be like? Okay? And I had to wear goggles all day long. They were blacked out. You couldn't see a thing. Now, you talk about a feeling of hopelessness, okay? I can't imagine a world without hearing as well.
Well, the first thing you ask yourself is, what am I missing?
Exactly.
Do I misunderstand? Do I turn the TV up louder? Am I having problems understanding people and what they're saying to me? If you are having one of those problems, you need to come in and be checked, because you can gradually lose your hearing and understanding before you lose all your hearing.
We're going to have you back on.
A deaf person can hear, but they just don't understand what you're saying to them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, now, I do want to get you on talk about the ringing in ears and things like that,
Okay.
and then what the difference between you and a doctor, ear, nose, and throat doctor is, because you are a hearing aid specialist, and there is a medical field that covers the actual physical well-being of the anatomy of the ear. So we'll get you back on whether you want to or not.
Okay. I'll be
Joanne,
glad coming
thank
to
you for
sit and
coming
talking
on.
to you.
God bless you.
God bless
We
you.
love you. We think the world of you, and you are a very good person. Here's another outstanding person in the community, folks. She has a business here. Go out and support her. If you know somebody that has a hearing aid need, or you're concerned about their hearing and they need to get a test and all, come on by and see Joanne. Call her at
Professional Hearing Aid Center, 913 River Falls Street, Andalusia, Alabama, 334-222-7273.
7273. Can't miss that one up, can you?
Nope, and big yellow sign out
Big
front.
yeller sign
And gray building.
and gray building. Big yeller and a gray building. Gray and yellow stand out. But thanks for tuning in, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Joanne. God bless you. And anything we can ever do for you, let us know.
I sure will, and God bless you, and thank you.
Folks, that's it. Remember,
Professional Hearing Aid Center. And keep it real. And God keep us straight.
don't take my side of this. So what are you doing?
Now, I'm just picking on you because this might be a line
She
somebody
said
get to
keep
pick
it
on.
real. Now what am I supposed to say?
You said
Keep God in it. There we go.
you go.
She's messing with me. God bless y'all. We love you. And coming up next is our online flea market. So stay tuned for that. You want to hang around for that? No, you can't. You got them all.
No, I've got a hearing test.
Going off now.
Yeah, we're going off now. You can safely say bye.